Estimates of other administrations have often been wrong. We know that the first draft of history's manuscripts can be inaccurate, incomplete, and they are eventually discarded. I take comfort in the fact that I've always worked hard, as my father did, stayed true to my values by doing my best, and having stepped into the arena, I've served my country. In closing, I want to tell you students that all of my hopes and my dreams are in my children, just as I'm sure your parents' dreams were in you. And so the choices you're going to make in the next 10, 20, or 30 years are going to have a profound impact on my life and the lives of my sons. Will America continue to enjoy prosperity? Will we continue to have security? Will we continue to respect and defend our freedoms? Like it or not, ready or not, the fate of all that I hold dear is already in your hands. You will decide. And so I care very much about the choices you will make, the world you will create, and this is why these conversations are important to me. And this is why that I'm here. I pray that God continues to watch over you, may He continue to guide your decisions, and may He continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you again for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to do the questions, and I ask that you try not to be disruptive so that we get to as many questions as we can and give people an opportunity to be heard. Thanks. First question is no identification. I'm of the opinion that the United States disregard of the Geneva. I'm of the opinion that the United States disregard of the Geneva Convention sets a dangerous precedent and endangers our and our allies' troops worldwide. Can you refute?
I can't disagree with the fact that if in fact there are violations of the Geneva Convention, I don't think that's good for the United States of America. I think the President of the United States has been very clear in telling the American people, and certainly telling members of the administration, that he expects compliance with the Geneva Convention. Now, does that mean that violations do not occur? Occasionally, things happen in war that shouldn't happen. The difference between our country and other countries is that when there are allegations made of abuse, we investigate them and take them seriously. And to the extent that anyone engages in conduct that is prohibited by law, then those people are held to account. Clearly, we understand that the United States is a beacon of hope and democracy around the world, and that we set an example. And it's for that reason the President has had the highest expectation of those of us who work in the administration to meet our obligations, both domestic and international.
Next question. How do you help to redefine the role of the Attorney General for future generations of Americans?
In my remarks, I attempted to describe what the traditional role of the Attorney General has been. And that is the Attorney General does wear two hats. People often forget that the Attorney General is appointed by the President. He is a member of the President's cabinet, a member of the President's team. And so to the extent that the President has policies and priorities in the law enforcement area, The only way that those can be effectuated is through the Attorney General, and therefore the Attorney General is expected to promote and further the President's agenda. Now, of course, the Attorney General also wears a different hat. He or she is the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the United States. And again, as I indicated, to pursue cases, to pursue investigations, to pursue prosecutions, irrespective of favor. It doesn't matter whether or not the prospective target is in the State House, the White House, the Capitol, Democrat or Republican. I have pushed my prosecutors to pursue the evidence wherever it led.
Abraham Lincoln, during the struggle of the Civil War, set aside habeas corpus and other rights, including the right to free speech. It was obviously the right decision for the U.S. in hindsight. In 2007 and beyond, what circumstances would warrant setting aside the right to free speech, especially in light of the war on terrorism?
I think that the right of free speech is one of the things that makes our country unique and so special. And so I can't foresee a situation, I don't want to foresee a situation where that might occur in this country. We work with the Congress, the government works with the Congress day in and day out to make sure that the tools